Hello, greetings. So today I'm going to talk about how I couldn't leave Shia Islam and been in the doldrums, in turmoil. So on one hand, what Imam Hussein had done, his sacrifice, and how we believed in him. On the other hand, things started to come to me. Like I started to question my Imam's narrations from Kafi al-Kulaini and wonder at some things that now I don't remember. Uh, you know, I can't put my finger on that right now. Maybe when I remember in another video I'll upload and tell you. So some things which are fresh right now, they've come to me, I'm reminded of. You have no idea if you haven't been in this religion as a Shia Muslim or even a Sunni Muslim. I mean, what hypocrisy does to people in the religion, the people in this religion, and effect it has. Only hypocrisy, little things like lying, cheating, and praying but harming others. Not what's going on in the madrasas in Pakistan, and sexual abuse and all that also, which I experienced. You have no idea. So sometimes the anger, the boiler, that it was boiling in me, and I would get angry when Imam Ali has said, and I would be told that by my aunt, late aunt, Imam Ali has said, swallow your, when you get angry, swallow it. Swallow your anger. So, the effect it has on a person's psyche or mind, psychological effect. So this anger and living with hypocrites in a city like Karachi. Some Shias also. So I have to say this. Now I'm kind of calm, but when I'm in that anger rage, all that triggers, that I got from all that kept inside. And no, I had the anger rages out, and I would feel very guilty. So, and it came to the point where this could be, called as madness, some kind of psychosis, madness, or neurosis. And so I had to really control myself. And I stopped myself from saying bad words, but when I was in the later on 80s and 90s, I would not say bad words. But when some other crisis happened in my life, like it was, Bibi Fatima Zahra's help, and I should sacrifice, I shouldn't go to the principal's house and all this. like I was forced. This was forced on me. If you love something, leave it, like the Quran ayat says. But I started to suffocate and hear voices. It was so tempting. Again, that thing of, that books I read that helped me maybe in leaving Miss Desa gracefully in 1990. They all washed away my grace as if my grace was taken, snatched away from me. So it was really horrid. And I thought it was the distance mind control, as black magic and what. I was relying on Bibi Fatma Zahra's voices, and they wouldn't stop. Some people told me that this can't be Bibi Fatma Zahra. And on the other hand, I couldn't believe that I would be tormented because Shaitan, we were told, she's an infallible lady for the Shias. She's completely pure, infallible. So we're told Shaitan doesn't come in this, neither her name, or if the voice is saying, I am Bibi Fatma Zahra, yes, Zahra, Ibn, what's the Bibi would say? The voice, I'm Bibi Fatma Zahra, and I would ask her, you are the daughter of Muhammad Mustafa, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And she would say yes, the voice would say yes. And then I had to believe in it. And I would say, salatu wa salam, baby, and like that, right? Alayhi salatu wa salam. Yes, salam Allah alayha. So it was a real madness. I cannot go into detail right now what kind of madness it was. So anyways, we were not told, no, we were told that Shaitan cannot even take her voice like this, because I had all the things like, take refuge in Allah from Shaitan, that we say in Arabic, and all that wasn't working. Bibi's voices were coming frequently and very, like, I felt this is, and then I couldn't think straight because this was Bibi Fatima, daughter of Rasulullah, Prophet Muhammad Mustafa, the chosen prophet. So even until this day, like, I want to show you, like I've done in the previous videos, I haven't spoken, I don't know how much I've spoken about, see, I'm forgetting, about who to us was Imam Hussein. What to us was that lesson in Karbala? In fact, leaving Medina, his hometown, leaving Medina, leaving his one daughter behind. Why did he leave her behind? For us, it started when he left. That was on the 28th of Rajab, just after the Mi'raj of Prophet Muhammad. So all these, lessons in life that we felt Imam Hussein was teaching us when a father's departing from his daughter, one daughter leaving behind in Medina, all that emotional, sentimental, so, and also rational. We were told there's a reason divine reason behind it, divine reason behind Karbala, and every step Imam Hussein took a divine reason, because he was following the divine reason. And so, every day we have this examples. Life hits us with these things that we cannot cheat, we cannot lie. You have to struggle. If the test gets higher because the weakness or something in us, we want to live our life, conveniently. We need support sometimes in our weakness. And so we were told the people who changed their scriptures, like Jews and the Christians, for their own convenience. So, we take shortcuts and easy way out. The less traveled path we don't take. There's a book on that. I don't know the proper title of it. I've forgotten. I had it by Scott. The less traveled road. Some just quick search on this. The less, even like foreigners, like non-Shias writing such books. The less traveled road by M. Scott Peck. The road less traveled. So in this, you can learn so much from what, and every word, every phrase, every meaning, it would hit me. I would compare it with my religion, Shia Islam, and the life of Fatima, Bibi Fatima, that we're supposed to take as an example and emulate. So, and all the other, Bibi Zainab, Imam Hussein's sister, older sister. He was older than her, but the third eldest daughter of Bibi Fatima Zahra. So the youngest one was Kulsum, and we called her Kulsum, which means mother of Kulsum, and then we say she was unmarried. So I don't know why we called her Kulsum, because that would mean that she's the mother of Kulsum, her firstborn. That's how in Arabia they used to call, I guess. That's what we were told. Called the mother would be called by her. If anyone wanted to, call her, not by her name, first name, but by the name of her firstborn. So so she was the youngest, and then it was Bibi Zainab, then it was Imam Hussein. So we say that Bibi Zainab was the oldest daughter, and Bibi Kulsum was the youngest daughter. But she was younger than Imam Hussein. So the point here is that in life you can see, right? And I was like, yes. If you have to face a tyrant, you could have a ruler that is bad. So Imam Hussein was telling us, then he gave us his daughter, 4-year-old, who could take, he took her when she was 3 years old to Karbala, and then when she was 4, It took a year in that Yazid's jail, or what you call prison. They were held captives there for a year or two, and then they were sent back to Medina. But Bibi Zainab came back to Damascus, Sham, and she died. She was martyred. She received a martyrdom, like she died, but we say that she was a martyr. So believers are martyrs. Sorry, I don't know how to say this, but whoever believes in Allah and dies, even like at home just dies, is a martyr, is a shaheed. So Bibi Zainab went through a lot. So all that, trauma and then her patience, and she went through a lot. They went through a lot of atrocities. The aftermath of Karbala, just that night. I mean, losing your household, your family members in one day, half a day, and the evening comes, and that night is such a night for you. I mean, so when I used to hear stories about, someone lost someone, or someone did something bad to someone, I started to, while losing Miss Asteria Desa, the teacher I adored in Karachi American School, I started to get even more depressed. I mean, I couldn't take it. So I disconnected at times. I couldn't take Karbala. I wanted to disconnect from violence, violent movies, thrillers. Even now the ones that we call mystery movies and suspense movies, I avoided. I couldn't take it in that hell. I was in such a hell, separated from Miss Tissa, before I received the help of God and the miracle that came to me, the grace to just let go. It just vanished. Anything and everything, she was in my mind, in my heart, and memories were killing me, and I couldn't take it. It was hell. I couldn't take places, people, things. It was, and as time went on, it was getting worse and worse. So, you hear this, a little bit of what's going on in your country, or someone's deceived someone, someone's cheated someone, and then I would just be very depressed. So, and prayers were not helping me. My own prayers, like from the Quran and the Shia prayers, Shia book, we had these prayers from our imams given to us, yes, and from their companions who gave it, like our imam said this, from the chain of narrations, the chain of narration of du'as also. So that was not working. And then I stumbled across other books from foreigners, like now the higher subconscious, higher self, and all this. So I would say rise above, and petty, these petty things that, she didn't invite me properly, so I will not go to her wedding. Or her mother didn't invite me properly. This was so, my goodness. I used to feel so shocked. Like, this is so petty. You be the great one. I mean, even normal human being, just be normal. Just be a human being. Go there. If the mother didn't invite you properly, but you've got the card, a wedding card, you go there and it's a sawab. You be the human, good human. Things like that, like I'm mentioning things that may not matter to others, to some people, but it really mattered to me. These little things. I could not understand how people could be like that. So, these petty things, petty. They're so petty, they're not even worth our thought. Go and be happy for someone. In their, you do your duty, right? So, things like you as a human being, be happy for that person. And we're supposed to just give our ego away. Just surrender to God. Surrender our will to God. So anything that has to do with ego did not make sense to me. Yeah, so these little things and big things also adding on. So I would reach a boiling point and then the boiler would burst in me, and then the guilt. So that's my personal, little bit briefly here and there, about why I was now questioning my religion. Another thing was the narrations. Like someone would say, Ali Akbar, then Abbas, Hazrat Abbas is present. And I would say, who went first? They're saying, that one went first. So a little bit like this, it's not that it is important, because Ms. Desart taught me to be truthful and not to exaggerate. And so this justice, where's the justice? I mean, you're supposed to be on the dot, precise. And so anyways, I let that go too. I said, okay, I'll just stop questioning so much my religion and just enjoy, just look at this brilliant sacrifice, the big picture. Instead of the details, I would take like the father, departing from the son, and the son departing from the father, and these things I would take to heart. But, who went first and what's the true thing in Karbala, what really happened in Karbala, who went first. And I would question, like, didn't Yazid's army just come and attack? But then they would say, no, Arab. Oh, so there was this Arab etiquettes of war and all, ethics of war, whatever you call it. So, no, Yazid's army did not come just attacking, because they wanted to show, they were so proud people. On one hand, they were very proud, and they would fight like, okay, the way the ethics of war is 1-to-1. And so they had that etiquettes and ethics, whatever you call it, of war, principles of war, whatever you call them. Sorry, I don't know the proper word here to use. This is my English, bad English, please overlook. and they didn't rape. So like I would think then brush it off, but a friend of mine did ask me, ex-friend, that didn't didn't they rape these ladies? And I I was like, huh? Yeah, because Yazid was such a terrible thing. But he could not. But then we're told, my father would say, no, no, no way. They couldn't get close to Bibi Zainab. I mean, that was a big thing for us. That, because these people had such, oh, but they butchered, he said, so, but they didn't, somehow God's, or they didn't rape Bibi Zainab. Oh, goodness. See, even now I cannot complete the sentence here. No, so these things, but okay, so these things were building up and I was questioning. Okay, the azan is now morning azan. And I can just pause here, but I'll just end it now because then I forget. So, sorry, forgive me for this overlook. So what I'll just end by saying that then it came to the Quran verses that I found and been going through again and again and again. But then that Imam Hussain, on the other hand, life tells us that a ruler, a tyrant, how Bibi Zainab faced him, how they didn't, like there's something I've written here, like someone asked me that Imam Ali didn't come to help, right? And again I'm going to repeat this. So on one hand that wow, 72 only of Imam Hussain. What did Imam Hussain do? How could he do this? It was impossible for a human being to take his women folk, his children, young daughter, 3 years old. So what is this? Ya Ali Madad, कि मौत से नहीं डरें, दुखों से नहीं घबराएं. So it means that Ya Ali, help, means that we would not be scared of death, and we would not be, scared of the saying sorrows and going through whatever sufferance come our way, because we are being steadfast in truth, living a truthful life. So there are many people like giving us a hard time, struggle against our souls, against ourselves, against our ego, and also outside. So nothing like that. Like there were, now I think that it's more than patience, it's connection with that witness, God, true God. So I'll go, okay, I'll end here now. I'm sorry I cannot explain it any better for now. So this may be a terrible one, but I'll come back and see. Practice doesn't make me any better. Thank you so much. Hope you understand. Best wishes, best regards, and God bless. And when will God bless?